The story begins on a winter evening in a cold and desolate house in a remote suburb. Zhang Yuqing's family seemed to be living a peaceful life until disaster struck. His granddaughter, little Linlin, only 8 years old, was found missing on a rainy night. The whole family was worriedly searching everywhere, but no one knew that the real tragedy was unfolding right within their own home. The perpetrator was Zhang Weimin, Zhang Yuqing's only son, and also Linlin's uncle. That evening, Zhang Weimin returned home drunk, his mind clouded with gambling debts. In his desperate thirst for money, Weimin ransacked every corner of the house, looking for anything he could turn into cash. Linlin, out of fear, hid in the wardrobe to avoid being seen by her uncle. But Zhang Weimin found her. In an uncontrollable fit of frenzy, Weimin strangled Linlin to death. After realizing the horrific crime he had just committed, he hurriedly fled the scene, leaving his niece's lifeless body in the wardrobe. Right after discovering that Linlin was missing, Zhang Yuqing and his wife called the police. The investigation began with very flimsy clues, just a few of Linlin's belongings and some strange traces in the house. But step by step, police uncovered the horrifying truth. Bloodstains on Zhang Weimin's shirt, panicked handprints on the wardrobe door, and finally, a witness who saw Zhang Weimin leave the house that night with a face covered in mud. When all the evidence pointed towards Zhang Weimin, he initially denied everything. But then, facing the furious gazes of his family and the haunting images of Linlin, Weimin broke down. He burst into tears and confessed his crime. As a result, Zhang Weimin was sentenced to life imprisonment with no chance of parole. In the courtroom, Zhang Yuqing and his wife sat looking at their son, their hearts heavy with pain and disappointment. They felt as if Linlin was still there, witnessing everything, and her resentment seemed to envelop them, never letting go. "You are no longer my son," Zhang Yuqing uttered, his eyes filled with utter despair. In the end, Zhang Weimin's crime tore the family apart forever. No one could forgive Weimin, not the law, not the family, and certainly not himself. It was a tragedy with no escape, leaving only sorrow and hatred for those who remained. This is a bitter lesson that some mistakes can never be undone, and some roads once taken can never be retraced.